Hi, glad you tuned in. If you stick to the video until the end, you will have a good understanding, I'd say high level understanding of what is AI, what are the current uses for AI, what is an AI token, and the futures of AI. First of all, I'm talking about artificial intelligence, those of you who are not familiar with the term. The AI at current now is something that can do something that man has given a task to complete. In other words, there has to be a goal that software or hardware or a innovator tells the AI to do, but it goes to a process that has been defined by man or a certain completion of a task. Some applications for AI or e-commerce, the GPT programs are being used now for the machine for machine model language models. Some of the applications for AI is going to be robotics, as you know. Let's talk a little bit about now what is a token. Okay, now this applies to all tokens, not just AI tokens. It's an investment vehicle that one would have in an enterprise. You can trade, you can sell, you can buy them. It gives you title and certain privileges, a token, and it operates on a blockchain, and that's where the investment phase starts. So what is a blockchain? A blockchain, in this case, the Ethereum blockchain, which is used mainly for AI applications, brings trust into the system. And trust allows you to deal with someone who you've never dealt with before for the first time. And that's a lot of time what central organizations do, like Visa. If you buy something from Visa, the person who you're buying it from really doesn't know you. You don't know him, but Visa brings the trust. That's what blockchains does in this respect. It also brings speed to transactions and is decentralized. Now, this bill I have in my hand, I'm going to hand to my son. Watch, guys, okay? Now, if you were computers and you were on a blockchain, you would have a record of that transaction. I can never go back and say that I never gave him that bill. I can't change it. I can only put a new block on the chain. In other words, it becomes a permanent record. So it knows, it doesn't allow me to cheat someone like that. Let's talk now a little bit about futures of AI. One thing we need to be aware of is something called AGI. That's the really general intelligence, and that's when a computer or a node can think like a human being. In other words, it uses all the synapse. It's similar to the synapse, but it can bring something to a conclusion. So we're not there yet, and that's what people fear with, is when we get to a point that the machine can think like a human being. If you remember in the beginning, I said it has to be given AI, not AGI. AI has to be given a task, and AGI will be different. It can think in that task and come up with different options. There's also, you may have heard the word machine learning. That's where the machine itself learns and develops its own algorithms. Just give you a background. There's also deep learning you may have heard about that involves neural networks. But the point that really people are concerned with is something called singularity. That's a point where the AI machine can make its own goals. I mean, that's the thing when you look at the movie 2001: Space Odyssey and you see the computer taking over the ship. So that's the kind of things that eventually people fear, is singularity. Okay, some applications, just small cars, I can see that. Crypto wallets, healthcare, research, military applications for AI, finance, law, accounting, data mining, predictive algorithms, and this is interesting. I read this about a concept called robo-judges, where if you think about it, a judge makes a decision on historical data that he's gathered from the court. And a robo-judge would be able to make a decision based on that data, but not be prejudiced by a bias that a human being would have. And that's kind of interesting. The other thing I found out about robo-judges, sorry I take so much time on this, but it's kind of interesting to me, is I read a survey that judges around before lunchtime, you have a higher rate of being convicted that you would be at the beginning of the day, and at the end of the day, when judges are tired, you have a higher rate of being convicted, and that's something that would sort of take things out, change things a little bit. Okay, so all right, let's talk about some of the companies getting involved in AI right now. You have Microsoft, who partnered with OpenAI, a huge move there. Google has invested, or Alphabet's invested over $100 million in AI, and NVIDIA, as you know, has invested a lot in it. So the concerns basically are security, privacy, singularity, how many jobs is going to replace, how many new jobs that will be around, how our lives will change. There's no way to stop this, guys. This is coming, okay? There's no way to stop it. You can't be what's called a Luddite. You can't stop this train. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and have a great day. Bye.